Do you have a question that you really want the answer for? Well, this is a yes or no tarot reading. So focus on your question now. Give yourself a minute, pause the video if you need to, but do make sure as well you've given the video a little like, a little boop, to claim it, and let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do more of these, or if there's any questions you'd like me to specifically do. So, we're going to go on to the first star sign now, but remember, it must be a yes or no question. It can be any question that you feel drawn to, but it must be a yes or no. So, we're going to get started with Aries. So, Aries, what can you tell me about this situation? You haven't had movement forward at the moment. You're dealing with somebody that is a little bit more setting their ways. You're dealing with somebody who is a little bit more kind of set in their ways. They're not wanting to change. Some of you, this person is literally older than you. With the World card here and with the Two of Wands, you're like, oh my god, I'm just waiting for you to make a move. I'm just waiting for you to move things forward. And I feel like there is this anxiety here going, oh my god, just make a move, just do it. And you are getting to the point where you're getting so frustrated with them, you just can't put up with it anymore. You're like, I just can't put up with this anymore. This person is just dragging their heels, they're just doing nothing. You're trying to prompt them, trying to push them forward, trying to get a response. You're very emotionally invested in this. You want this to work. You want it to go forward. You're really willing it because you feel like your life would fall apart without it, or you feel like your life would go really badly without it. You have so much passion for this, so much love for this. You really kind of have put your heart and soul into it. And there's this just huge frustration with this person. You're like, do they not understand how important this is to me? Do they not understand that this is making me sleepless nights or making me really anxious about it and really worried? Like, the person you're dealing with is so set in their ways that even the more you try and prompt them, the more they pull away. So, is the answer to your question a yes or a no? So, I do feel like it's a no, but it's like not in this current state. There isn't going to be arguments between the two of you, but all is not lost here. I almost feel like the specific thing you're asking about is a no, but something else, a compromise, is going to be reached. So you will get something very similar to this, or you'll get something very similar, almost identical, but not quite what you're asking, but there will be something similar. So for example, if it was a job, it'd be like you don't get that specific job at the company, but they offer you a different job in a different department. That kind of thing, where you get kind of what you want, but not exactly. So I do feel like, though, this is going to be very positive for you in the long run. This is going to kind of help you to kind of take control of things and push forward. And this is really going to help you to kind of see where you need to go from here. Alright, if you've enjoyed that, please give the like button a little boop. And share this with a friend as well, as it might help them out. So we're going to go on now to Taurus. So Taurus, what are you dealing with today? What is your yes or no question? What are you dealing with today? So you're dealing with the fact that you're going back and forth. You need to be focused. You're trying to focus. You're like, I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to get focused. I know I need movement forward. I know I need to focus. But it's pretty damn hard to focus while everything feels like it's falling apart. You are trying to hold everything together, Taurus. You're trying to progress everything. And you feel like the entire world is kind of falling to bits. You are taking a leap of faith, and I do feel like you need to be taking a leap of faith. You need to be kind of having the manifest mindset of going, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And that's helping you to keep momentum, even though everything else is falling apart. There is definitely going to be communication issues, and that's well, why? This is because somebody is kind of like partying or enjoying themselves so much. I don't feel like it's you, it's somebody you're dealing with. So whoever you're dealing with who would give you the answer to this in the 3D, they are kind of enjoying themselves too much. They're not even procrastinating, like they're off doing other things that they enjoy, that they want to do. And because of that, there's no movement forward with the reverse of the Chariot. Is this answer though a yes or a no? Because although you are having a lot of this ups and downs and lack of movement, is the outcome actually going to be a yes or a no? So I do feel like it's going to be a yes, especially here with the Strength card and with the Knight of Cups. It feels very much like things will go forward in a strong, progressive manner. I do feel like whoever that you're frustrated with right now will end up making a move, talking to you about it. I almost feel like there's a little bit of an air of procrastination here somehow. It's like they know, like, you know what, I've kind of enjoyed myself, I've kind of been going off doing what I want to do, and I know I kind of need to get back to them. So I'd definitely say keep chasing up about this, or keep chasing up about getting confirmations about this, or talking to people about this, whatever it is you want to progress, because I feel like communication will move it forward quickly or progress it forward quicker. One thing I would say though, I feel very much like you're waiting for them to kind of make a move, and when they do, they're going to be a bit like, oh, you know what, I know I should have kind of got back to you sooner. But I do feel like this is really positive. Although there is this slow movement, it is quite positive. We're going to go and move on now, but I hope that helps you out, Taurus. And please boop the like button if you've enjoyed it. So, Geminis, what is your yes or no question today? So give me a yes or no question, and yes, no answer for Gemini's yes or no question. How are they feeling about the situation? Feeling a bit indecisive, like you don't feel like you can overcome this, like there's just going to be battles after battles, but this heavy weight is being lifted off you. Yes, you don't feel like it yet, but there's like a heavy weight that's being lifted off you at the moment. With the Moon card here, I do feel like there's a lot of emotional ups and downs you have to deal with first. I don't feel like it's going to be a straight line. It's like you're carrying a lot of emotional baggage right now. You're carrying a lot of the emotional burdens. Those are getting slowly removed right now, although it doesn't necessarily feel like it. But because of that, you've still got this weight that you haven't fully kind of got healed from. Like, you carried so much weight for so long. Now you're having to kind of start to trust your intuition again and trust yourself again. There's like this almost like scar of indecisiveness here that's caused by the emotional ups and downs. This really represents a whole new beginning, a whole new cycle for yourself, and a cycle that I want to say is going to be a lot happier with the reverse of the swords. And with the Ace of Pentacles, the reason why this had to happen, it had to kind of I want to say all blow up in your face, but I don't feel like it was that quickly. It was like a slow burnout. The reason why this had to happen is you weren't on the right path. You weren't in the right direction yet. But with the Empress card here, you are regaining your strength. You're definitely regaining your strength at this time. But with this question, is the answer to it actually a yes or is it a no? Is the answer to your question a yes or is it a no? So I do feel like it's a yes eventually. You will have to like disconnect from quite a bit first, or let go of stuff first. Like, there will be some disconnections. So it might not be a straight, it just happens as a yes. It might be like somebody or something disconnects from you for a bit, or you let go of something for a bit and then later on it comes back around. But I do feel like this is going to come back around as an offer, or come back around as somebody offering this to you. So it is a yes eventually, but it's a yes through like delayed communications, or a delayed yes. But you will get positive communication and security from it. I just don't feel like it's a straight yes at this time, if that makes sense. So we're going to go on now to the next reading. So if you've enjoyed that reading, please do let me know in the comments, Gemini. we're going to go on to Cancers now. So Cancers, what do you need to know about your yes or no question? What do you need to know about your yes or no question? You kind of don't feel like you're achieving stuff right now. You feel like, you know, you're not manifesting, like there's a lack of action. You're trying desperately to reach out to people, to communicate, to connect, to overcome any arguments or disagreements. You're trying desperately to overcome things. With the Tower card, I do feel like there is going to be this sudden movement forward or the drift towards normalcy. And I feel like this is going to be quite quick. This is like something actually completely upheave in their life. So your hard work will pay off eventually of trying to connect with this person. And you will come out from this troubled waters into somewhere calmer. This is almost like you're trying to deal with people. And the way you're trying to deal with it is you're trying to make dream work. You're trying to make it important to be teamwork. You're trying to, you know, dream work makes the team work. And that's what you're trying to do here. You're trying to form this kind of good teamwork movement forward. Like you're trying to like make good teamwork here. You're trying to work together as a team to progress things. You're definitely coming out of this troubled waters though. You're definitely coming out of this problematic waters. And I feel like you'll be quite happy with the outcome in the end. But is it actually a yes or a no? So I do feel like it is a eventual yes, but you need to change your focus here. You need to kind of disconnect, give people a little bit of space, like, and shift your focus. Focus on just one thing or just one area. Because I do feel like Cancers, you're kind of bringing yourself down a little bit by taking on a lot. So you won't be able to shift this forward quickly. You aren't really in control of this at the moment. You've kind of got to let other people to come forward, other people to come into your life and deal with their life and deal with their crap. But in the end, it does feel like a yes. It does feel like you will take a leap of faith forward. But you need to focus on what is the most important thing for me to do. Because I do feel like many of you are getting distracted by things that are no longer useful, which are causing a lot of these issues. So we're going to go on now. I hope that helps you out, Cancers. We're going to go on now to the next reading, which is Leos. So Leos, what do you need to know today from your reading? What do you need to know for your yes or no question? So what's the answer to your yes or no question? And what do you need to know from it? This question is definitely building up finances, building up money, building up wealth. Even if it's not material wealth, it could just be the wealth of like having lots of people lovely to spend time with, having a lot of lovely people to spend time with, or it's literally physical wealth. You are starting to break free of those losses. You're starting to break free of that feeling of, I do not have enough, I am losing out, I am missing out. You're starting to break free of that. And with the reverse here of the cups, it's because you realise that you were kind of putting yourself out. This person or these people you were dealing with or this situation you're dealing with wasn't really treating you like family, wasn't really treating you with the respect that you deserve. So that's why you're having to just focus on what do I need, what do I want. With the reverse of the Hermit card here though, I do feel like you're surrounded by a lot of people that are trying to push you forward positively at this time. And with the King of Pentacles here, I feel like that is kind of bringing you into more abundance. So it's almost like you've disconnected from the people who were draining, who were not good for you. And you're starting to spend time around with people that value you and actually really care about what you bring to the table. With the Ace of Swords though, there is this insecurity a little bit here. Like you're starting to get more security back in. I feel like you have been dealing with a lot of insecurity in general, and you're starting to get that back in. But what about your question though? Is it a yes or is it a no? So With the Judgment card here, I do feel like you are indecisive about it at this time, whether or not it's a good idea to do, whether it's a good idea to go forward. And I feel like more than anything here, there's like lack of, like, I don't want to say lack of action, because I feel like you have been working hard, but now you've got to be exhausted. I do feel like it is a no. It's almost like you're exhausting yourself with this. Like, it's more and more draining. You're kind of losing faith or judgment in it. So I do feel like it's a no. And I feel like it's almost like I need to go back to the drawing board here in order to create something that is really going to be beneficial to me. So I hope that helps you out, Leos. And if you have enjoyed it, please just leave a comment down below and boot the like button. I'm going to move on now to Virgos. So Virgos, what do you need to know today, Virgos? How is your yes or no question? So you need to know your yes or no question. What do you need to know about your yes or no question? If you're being honest here, Virgos, you're not really working as hard on your life or hard on things as you'd want to, or as you should be. And this is because of heartbreak. I'm not trying to like call you out, but you know you're not really progressing as much as you should be because of this heartbreak, this draining energy. You need to start being truthful with yourself. And I feel like this is going to help to humble you a little bit and go, you know what? If I'm being real here, I have been kind of drained. I'm not able to put 110% into this. I am quite drained and maybe I need a bit of a break. And I feel like there is a lot of sadness around you in general right now. Because you don't feel like you're on the right path. Because you don't feel connected. But there is going to be a sudden change here. And it isn't going to need your action. So I do feel like you are actually moving towards a more positive light. And a positive step. And I feel like you need to definitely embrace that. What about your question though? Can you give me some more guidance on that? Is it a yes or a no? I do feel like it is an eventual yes. You're having to you're disconnected a little bit from it right now, so it's a not yet, but eventually, because you need more focus, because the fact that you have been so drained recently, you can't put the energy into it that's required to make it happen. So once your energy is better, once you've had a chance to rest and recuperate, then this will be a yes. But there is a little bit of a delay here. So either it'll be a no and then eventually you'll go back and do something else and it'll become a yes. Like, for example, if you were doing a test, it might be you fail the first one, you do a reset and you pass, etc. So although there is this kind of like, it's not yet, eventually is coming in, you just need a little bit of time to kind of rest, relax, to get yourself into that better mind step. Get yourself in a better place where you can continue on. So I hope that helps you out, Virgos. We're going to move on now to Libras. Libras. So Libras, what do you need to know today, Libras, about your yes or no question? What do you need to know today, Libras, about your yes or no question? You have been choosing to walk away from something. You've been choosing to walk away from something because you know it's not working out. You know it's draining. I feel like you've either cut communications or there was just communication issues or both. You're really gaining your strength here, Libras. You've been regaining your strength and confidence. You're still not sure where to go from here. Like, I'm feeling confident with myself. I've kind of cleared this palette out. I've cleared this out. What do I do next with my life? You'll try not to communicate with people too much because you keep on getting offered things that you really don't want. And you're not really emotionally invested in. So you're purposely kind of putting yourself in hermit mode to try and work out what you want, what you need. But what about your question though? Is it yes or is it no? All is definitely lost. All is definitely not lost here. You might be feeling a little bit like, oh, I feel like I've missed out my chance, or I feel like this isn't going to happen. But all is not lost. With the Hierophant card, I definitely feel like this is a yes. You are progressing, but there is some emotional kind of baggage to do with all of this you're having to free yourself from first. So you might be still, although it does progress towards a yes, and it will be a yes, you may be still struggling with a lot of like negative emotions or emotional ups and downs still, even after the fact. Even after the fact of this kind of moving forward to yes, you may still be holding on to a lot of kind of fear or a lot of anxiety that's causing your emotions to be up and down. So I hope that helps you out, Libras, and if it has, make sure to boop the like button as well. I'm going to move on now to Scorpio. So Scorpio, what do the Scorpios need to know about their question? What do Scorpios need to know about their question? There is issues with communication. I feel like whoever you're dealing with this, or whatever entity you're dealing with this, some of you might be like a business or a person, but with the Queen of Cups here reversed, whoever you're dealing with, or whatever business, etc. you're dealing with, or whatever thing you're dealing with, there isn't the emotional investment here. I feel like you are going up and back, like back and forth about it, up and down about it. And it's because you're kind of getting to the point where you can't take any more emotional burdens or emotions. You are going to get stronger, and you are going to be able to improve communications because of this strength. But there is this need to disconnect for a little bit and focus on what is really bringing you value to your life, what you should really commit to. Is it a yes or a no? So I do feel like this is a no, but this is because you need more security in your life. You need something new in your life. You need to break free of this. So I do feel like this is a no, but it's better in the long run for you, because as you break free of this, you'll be able to progress forward and actually be able to get a whole new system or a whole new thing for you. So do you understand that that is positive for you in the long run? I hope that helps you out, Scorpios, and please give it a like if you've enjoyed it. We're going to go on to Sagittarius now. So Sagittarius, what do you need to know about your yes or no question, Sagittarius? We have got the Devil card here. So you are having to break free of negative cycles. I feel like many of you have been focused highly on your money and finances for now, as you kind of broke these negative cycles. Things had been starting to get better with you for your career and finances, but I feel like you feel quite stuck right now. So they had been progressing and now you feel a little bit stuck. You need to be a little bit more truthful about what do you really want to work towards. And I feel like one of the issues here with this, and why it's up in the air, why you don't have the answer yet, is somebody else in your life or somebody else you've been dealing with has been acting very negative and has been kind of spreading this nagging feeling of negative affirmations, which make you kind of worry and going, oh, is it going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? So I do feel like it is a big yes here with the King of Cups. So I do feel like there's going to be this brightness, this lightness to it. You do need to pull back your energy and stop communicating with the negative people, the people that are bringing you down, kind of feeding you negative lines, telling you to go into negative directions, because that's really going to cause a lot of your issues like later down the line. So I hope that helps you out though, Sagittarius. And we're going to move on now to the next group. So, Capricorns. What does the Capricorns need to know about the yes or no reading? What does Capricorns need to know about the yes or no reading? Your hard work is starting to pay off. You can start to see how your hard work is paying off. There is a little bit of an element here of you are still a little bit heartbroken, Capricorns. You're still kind of holding on to a lot of that sadness, but there is going to be this sudden change here when you let it go and release it. And that'll kind of bring about a lot of focus for you and a lot of momentum along the way. But you need to allow this to come in for you. This isn't something you're having to necessarily fight to make happen. You need to allow it to happen. Start enjoying yourself a little bit more, because the lack of enjoyment is blocking your manifestation. It's blocking the movement forward. Is it yes or no? I do feel like it's a yes. Like there's going to be abundant movement forward through here as well. But be careful you don't get obsessed with just the fact that things are going well, like, and forget to kind of do the hard work. Be careful about that. And with the Temperance card in reverse, things will rush forward quite quickly. But this is a big yes for you. Thank you for that, Capricorns. I hope that helps you out. And please give a like if it did. I'm going to move on to Aquarius now. So Aquarius, what do you need to know about your yes or no question? Oh, that one wanted to jump out. So you're getting a lot happier in yourself. And starting to pick up momentum. But there is still a lot of doubts and fears here and not trusting your own intuition. She's causing imbalance. You need to walk away from those kind of negative thoughts of yourself. You need to walk away from kind of putting yourself down. With the Strength card here, I do feel like you're having a really good, strong connection coming in and building up your confidence. And all is not lost here. It's more of a kind of a speed bump, a bump in the road. Because you are regaining strength, you are regaining your confidence and a happiness. But understand that it's not always a straight line. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. Anything else you need to know though? I do feel like this is a yes, but you may need to protect your manifestations. Whatever you're wanting to happen, you need to protect that emotionally. Because I feel like you may get emotional about it and react negatively because somebody else's opinions or what somebody else says, which then has a negative impact on what you're trying to do. But overall, this is a yes. This is you removing kind of burdens and be able to progress. I hope that helps you out, Aquarius. And if you would like more of these readings, please do let me know in the comments down below. So we have got now Pisces. So what does Pisces need to know today? What does Pisces need to know about the yes or no question? You're waiting for action. You're waiting for movement. You're quite a loving and caring person, and I feel like you're quite happy to wait because you know it's going to be worth it. You are kind of a little bit kind of getting to a point where you're focused on all the reasons why you can't do this or can't progress. And it's making you feel a little bit humble. So you've gone from kind of like being very trusting of it, and now you're kind of getting a little bit apprehensive because you're waiting so long. With the Page of Pentacles here though, I feel like it will take some time. Somebody older though will be helping you deal with this to break free of any kind of isolation. Although there is going to be slow momentum, I do feel like the momentum will still slowly occur. Slow and steady wins the race at the end of the day. Anything else? I do feel like this is a yes though. There's already been some positive communication about this. Other people are already emotionally invested. And I feel like you will be building up some connections as well. But this overall is a yes to your question. Alright, I hope that helps you out. And if you have enjoyed this, please do leave a comment down below. And I will see you all again soon.